Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everybody. Come on in. Come on in the room. Come on in. We'll play some music. I'm gonna play some music. Get us in the mood, y'all. We're gonna have us a good old time. Yes, we are. Hold on. Hey, come on in, y'all. Gonna have a good time tonight. We'll talk about the shenanigans over the weekend. We're gonna be talking about everything. Come on in. Y'all better come on in and have a good time. Get your little hot toddy for tonight. Y'all come on in, come on in, come on in. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Church ladies chatter. We chatting tonight. I know y'all remember that song from back in the day. Roger was the man. Hey, y'all come on in. Get on the dance floor. How many of y'all remember that playing that song at the skating rink and doing your little glide with your partners, with your girlfriends? Yeah, with your little group. Come on, y'all. Get on the dance floor. Come on, y'all. Y'all better come on in here and get on the dance floor. Hey. Trying to throw some little throwbacks in here for y'all tonight. Maybe telling my age again. Hey. Come on, y'all. Come on in the chat. Come on in the room. We're going to have a good time this evening. Yeah. I see y'all. Come on in my living room. Don't y'all spend nothing on my carpet. On my white furniture tonight. Y'all put out an APB on my co-host. She's still celebrating her anniversary. I think she said 23 years, I think, if I'm not mistaken. She may still be celebrating, so I may be doing this tonight by myself. But that's all right. We're going to have a good time, all right? Yeah. We're going to have a good time. There we go, y'all. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Come on in the room. Somebody go find Money Boy because he's supposed to be on my panel tonight. We're gonna be talking about all the weekend shenanigans from the Mike Tyson fight, from Friday night to let's see, we're gonna be talking about Love and Marriage, Huntsville. What else we gonna be? Oh Lord, we're gonna be talking about Ray J. We're gonna be talking about everything tonight, y'all. Let me get my link pin so my folks can come on in here. Y'all come on in. We're gonna have a good time tonight. This is gonna be our little chill spot. Y'all know how we do it. So y'all come on in, come on in. Come on out the bushes, y'all. Hit the like button or hit the dislike. It don't matter. Hit one of them. Just keep me in the algorithm. Okay? Okay. Now, like I said, y'all go find Money Boy and my co-host. I'm in the sunshine. I don't know where she at. Like I said, she still may be celebrating her anniversary. I know she was having a real good time last night. They was having a blast. So I'm glad to hear that. That's always good. My husband and I, we enjoyed ourselves this weekend. Oh Lord, if I had to pay much more, y'all, for that fight, that Netflix, oh, I was about to cancel my subscription. I don't know about nobody else, but that was just horrible. That was just absolutely horrible. The streaming of it, mine kept buffering. It would go all the way back to 10% and the circle keeps circling. It was just awful, y'all. It was just absolutely horrible. But y'all come on in. I'm gonna give y'all a few more minutes to get on in here. Come on, come on, come on. Y'all come on. We want to have us a good time. I was about to play some Glorilla, but Glow be cussing. That's why home. Well, she ain't my hometown girl. She from Memphis, but I claim her because we from the same state. She be getting on down. Glow be getting on down. So anyway, y'all come on in, come on in, come on in. Yeah, we gonna have we outside tonight. We having fun, all right. Y'all go find Money Boy. Y'all go find Truth. Go get everybody. Tell them come on in here. Because we got to talk about these weekend shenanigans. We're going to be chatting about it. So, whew, y'all better come on in here. Like I said, we're going to talk about Ray J. We're going to talk about the Mike Tyson and the Jake Paul fight. We're going to be talking about everything, y'all. Everything, okay? Y'all come on in, come on in, come on in. Come on now, y'all drop out of those bushes and type something in there. Don't be shy, don't be shy, don't be shy. And in the meantime, I'm going to go for just a moment. I'll be right back, okay? I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I was just trying to look for some folks, see where everybody at tonight. I see it's a lot of folks going live, but that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Share this out. Share it out. Share it out. I'm trying to wait on some people. I said it was coming at 9:30, and it's just a little bit. What at 9:40? I give y'all some more time to come on in. I've been live 11 minutes. I started out with Roger from the Zap Band. I started to play Computer Love. Y'all remember Computer Love? That used to be the jam back in the day. But anyway, we're gonna be talking about, like I said, a little bit of everything tonight. Talking about a little bit of everything, but talking about nothing at the same time. We just come in to chill, to have a little drink, a little nightcap. Boy, y'all get ready for Monday morning. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Did y'all see my little community wild post that I put up last night? I said I was going to, I always try to put something positive in our lives, that's got to do with the word, especially since um, people use the church ladies in a derogatory manner. But like I said, I always try to put something positive up. And I just wanted y'all uh, if y'all haven't had a chance to go to my community wall post and see what I put up there. It was really good. And now, like I said, it was just some little fun facts, and I just wanted to let you know that God can use anybody, y'all. He can use anybody. God even made a donkey talk with Balaam, So if He can make a donkey talk, He can use any and every one of us, each and every one of us. Sometimes we feel like that we're not worthy, but because of God's grace and His mercy, His unfailing love towards us, he's the God of a second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seven, eight, nine, 10 chances. Because the Bible said a just man falls down 10 times, but he keeps getting back up. We got to keep. Hey, Minister Sunshine, thank you for dropping down in the chat. Girl, look, I'm trying to get these folks together here. My co-host, like I said, she's still enjoying her anniversary, so I ain't gonna count that, against her, counting, to her head and not her heart, because I know she want to be with her husband as she should. They should celebrate the 23 years. That's a lot of years. A lot of times people don't work it out. I tell people marriage ain't the easiest thing, but it is worth it. And it takes work. It takes work to work out. Oh, excuse me, y'all. I'm so sorry. If we say that we agree with somebody 100% of the time, one of us got to be lying, or one of us is mute and can't communicate. So, but anyway, like I said, it's just how you handle, conflict resolution, disagreements. You got to see that the greater good is the love, that you have for one another and the commitment. So, like I said, I'm thankful that Too Strong celebrated her 20, I think she said 23 years. I've been, this past August the 31st, I was married. Ooh, y'all, I was going to tell y'all. But I was married 37 years. My daughter's 36. We've been married 37 years. So hey, like I said, we got married when we were children, honey. Both of us, we was 18 and 19 years old. Ooh, we didn't know nothing, honey. We was green. Y'all hear me? We didn't know a thing. But anyway, if y'all go to the community wild guys talking about, how God uses anybody in spite of their past. It doesn't matter what you did, what you've been through, because we know that Jacob, according to my little fun facts here, Jacob was a cheater. Peter had a temper. As a matter of fact, the Bible said, not the Bible, but it's been said, according to the historians, that not only did Peter have a temper, but Peter would cut you. He would cuss you. He was a cusser, they said. Peter would cuss you out, and then he would cut you, and then he would have Jesus to put your ear back on. That's the way he did the men in the Garden of Gethsemane. So, uh, David, he was an adulterer. He had multiple affairs. We know that his son Solomon was considered one of the wisest men ever to have lived, but he had 800 wives and concubines. They didn't even put a number on the concubines, but he had 800 wives. Now, y'all tell me how that's working out when we only got 365 days in a year. Was it some overlapping, or the timeline wasn't timelining or something? But he had 800 wives and concubines. So who knows, man. Solomon was tired. He was tired. I know that. If he was trying to please all of those women. But anyway, Noah, we know that Noah was a drunk. You remember he would get drunk and pass out. And remember, one of his sons saw him laying there drunk, passed out, and naked, and he backed in and covered his father. That's what we should be doing for our parents, or you know, our children, our family, our friends. We should always cover them when we see them in their weak points, in their weaknesses or whatever. We know that Jonah, he ran from God. God told him to go to Nineveh. And Jonah said, not me. I ain't going. He said, I ain't even going. He said he wasn't going. But anyway, he ended up getting swallowed by a great fish. Some people say it was a whale, but it's not actually stated in the Bible. It just says a great fish, that he was in the belly of the fish, And God's so awesome and so merciful that he didn't allow the fish, the great fish or the whale, or to consume Jonah. He spit him up and threw him up on the land. We know that Paul was a murderer. Before he was Paul, he was Saul, and he was, persecuting the Christians, y'all. That's what he was doing. And then we know that Gideon, he was a little short man. He had the little man syndrome, and he was the one that God told him to go and find the men that lapped like a dog, and if they drank the water like a dog, God said that's the one. That's the one I want to use, not the one that's got the pinky finger out. That's so prim and proper. Sometimes God need to see the dog in you to get things done. You feel what I'm saying? Nothing but the dog in you. But anyway, Gideon, like I said, he was insecure. We know Miriam was Moses and Aaron's sister. We know that Miriam was a gossiper. Y'all remember that when Moses was trying to lead the people, Miriam was gossiping about the leadership. And the Lord struck Miriam with leprosy for 7 days, y'all. Miriam had leprosy for 7 days. So I'm just going down the line talking about these people that God chooses to use in spite of, in spite of us falling down, in spite of us, God, one thing about God, he knows that although we're in the world, but we're not supposed to be of the world. God knows that we have to operate in a worldly system, but he don't mind us being in the world, but he don't want the world to have us. Just like God don't mind us having money, he just don't want the money to have us, because the Bible said, what does it profit a man to gain the whole world and still lose his own soul? So we're talking about Miriam, which was Aaron and Moses' sister. We know that Martha, her brother Lazarus, remember they told Jesus, oh, come and pray for my brother Lazarus. And Jesus took his time getting there. As a matter of fact, they said he waited 4 days, 4 whole days, to where he was, sometimes it don't seem like, the old folks should say, he may not come when you want him, but he's always right on time. Because sometimes God waits till your problem is so stinking and nasty and rotten that can't nobody fix it but him. So he wants to get all of the glory, and that's the part of the sovereignty of God. God moves how he wants to, when he wants to, because he has the ability to fix any and everything in your life, however he chooses to. It may be contrary to what you think, but God, y'all, he does it his own way. We know that Thomas was a doubter. He was one of the disciples after Jesus had been crucified. He said, unless I put my hand in his side where they pierced him. He said, I won't believe. Come on, y'all. He said, blessed are those that believe and have not seen. So faith is the substance of things hoped for, but it's the evidence of those things not seen. Yeah, that's what we're talking about tonight. We're talking about the people that God chooses to use. Before I get into my content tonight, that's all right. Don't look like nobody coming through tonight, but I'm gonna keep on going. I'm gonna keep on talking about it. Mr. Sunshine, if you don't care to take and share this out, share it out, share it out. I know it's a lot of people going live tonight. Like I said, Money Boy, he was supposed to be up here because we was gonna talk about Ray J. So if anybody know how to reach out, anybody in the bushes, tell Money Boy to come on through. But anyway, who else was it? We was talking about Thomas being a doubter. We was talking about Sarah, who was Abraham's wife. You know, Abraham, Father Abraham was the father of many nations. But she didn't believe God. God told Abraham that he was gonna have a son. And Miriam, oh not Miriam, excuse me, Sarah overheard the conversation and she laughed because she said, well, dang, you gonna wait till I'm of this old age to give me pleasure? So look, you ain't never too old to have pleasure, you know what I mean? But he ended up having a son, Isaac. Israel. He was Israel, then Isaac, and then he's Israel. Wait a minute, let me get it together here. Hold on, I might have to come back to that. But anyway, we were talking about Sarah, Abraham's wife, and then we know Elijah. Oh Lord, Elijah was Elijah. God did great things to him. He killed all of Jezebel's prophets in front of the people, but I think Elijah was, even though he believed in God, he was also fearful, because after that had happened, remember Jezebel said, by this time tonight, I'm gonna kill you and everybody else, you know. So his followers. Then we know that Moses, not only was Moses was a murderer, y'all know he killed one of the Egyptians and buried him in the sand. Y'all remember that Moses was also, and then he not only that, when God called Moses to actually minister and lead the people. Moses like, now I stutter, God. I be stuttering, and people ain't gonna hear me. They ain't gonna know what I'm talking about. So he gave him Aaron, which was his brother, who could help Moses, articulate what it was that God and the instructions and where God was leading them. We know that Zacchaeus was so short he climbed up a sycamore tree just to get a glimpse of God. Like I said, we already talked about Abraham. He was old and um, hadn't had a son. And remember, his wife tried to help the handmaid, had tried to help them out, and had him to go in there and lay with Hagar, the handmaid. And then we think a lot of times that all this stuff that's going on, these young folks, they don't know baby mama drama started back in the Bible days with Hagar and Sarah. She trying to help God. God don't need our help. We just got to wait on them. They that wait upon the Lord, they shall renew their strength. They shall mount up like wings on an eagle. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. Yeah, I'm talking about the people that God uses, imperfect people. Y'all feel what I'm saying? God doesn't call the qualified, He qualifies the call. Yeah, He ain't always looking for the ones with the seminary and the theologian, the theology degree. God uses ordinary people. And then you know what God does? He puts His super on our natural. Y'all feel what I'm talking about tonight? So, like I said, and then I talked about uh, Martha, Mary and Martha, and we know that Jesus um, is Lazarus was the only person that Jesus called a friend. That was Lazarus. And then he still, although he heard that Lazarus was sick until the point of death, he already knew what was going to happen, but he took his time. Y'all feel what I'm saying? He took his time. And he raised Lazarus from the dead. when he was dirty, when he was rotten, and he was stinking. Just like God came and saved a lot of us in the midst of our sin, in the midst of our mess, our situations. We may not have been sick, but we might have been in some bad and some horrible situations that was dirty and rotten and stinking. But God came in just in the nick of time and saved us. So, like I said, I just wanted to go over those things that was on my community. While, like I said, I always want to try to drop a word, faith cometh by hearing, and hearing by the word of God. Y'all feel what I'm talking about tonight? Faith cometh by hearing, and hearing by the word of God. So y'all come on in tonight. Look, I'm gonna keep going. I'm probably gonna go about an hour. Like I said, y'all share it out. We would, man, how many of y'all in here was tore up from the floor up? Y'all was disappointed about that darn Mike Tyson and Jake Paul fight. Man, I wasn't only disappointed about the fight, the actual fight itself, but the fact, y'all, that, listen, Netflix knew that they didn't have the bandwidth to broadcast such something to that magnitude. Hey, QST, come on in, come on in, come on in. Thank you for coming in. Share it out if you can. I'm gonna have to learn how to look. I'm learning how to use StreamYard. I finally bought it so that we could have more people on the panel. Like I said, this is just I wasn't too many people going live before the night. But listen, we're going to do our thing over here, the church ladies. I got one church lady that's missing tonight, but that's okay. Look, y'all say a prayer for her and her husband, Lord, and thank God for them celebrating their anniversary. But anyway, yeah, Netflix knew good and well that they could not handle that type of just they didn't have the bandwidth to do it. Y'all feel what I'm saying? Everybody, millions of people all around the world logged into that fight. And I heard somebody say they knew good well Netflix was the only one that probably would care to fight because they knew that fight probably people wouldn't pay a pay-per-view like a 80, 90, or $100 to see it on pay-per-view, live from the living room just by, like everybody know Mike was 58. We was all hoping and praying. I know I was. I was hoping Mike had one in the tank that he could just knock him flat on his behind. I was hoping and wishing, but it didn't turn out that way. But that's all right. But they were saying that probably none of these like pay-per-view channels would even touch that because this 58-year-old man and a 27-year-old guy. But anyway, I think he was wanting the clout off of Mike Tyson's name anyway. They do anything for clout nowadays. They do anything for clout. So he was wanting the clout from Mike Tyson, like I said, Mike. And then you know what? They were saying that Mike, they think it was just like they tricked everybody. Basically, they said that fight wasn't about nothing. They said that basically Mike was just in there to get that $20 million because the whole fight was $60 million fight that Mike was just trying to stay up for those 8 rounds, 8 2-minute rounds to get his pay. Or was it 2 or 3? Okay, 3 minutes, whatever it was. But I think the women were 2 minutes and they were 3. I can't remember. But anyway, Mike was trying to stay up and get his money and look good, and I'm glad he did because Lord knows they messed over Mike back in his heyday because ain't no way in God's green earth if Mike was in his prime at 27, Jake Paul would have been down at what? 10, 9. No, he wouldn't. I ain't even gonna count backwards. So 1, 2, 3. He was a couple of punches and he was done. He would have been done because y'all know back in the day they used to. Man, I used to be so mad. Everybody would gather at the house. Everybody get cable and pay for the fight. Everybody charge everybody fight. It was like a house party. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It was like a house party. You charge everybody like $5 to get in. That you give them a little setup. They have a little drink. Give them some food, and you pay for the fight at the same time. But anyway, shoot, you couldn't go fix your plate or nothing, or go get a drink, or go to the bathroom. You better go before that bell ring, because after he said, "Let's get ready to rumble," a lot of times that fight would be over. Y'all know what I'm talking about. That fight would be over. Y'all know. Hey, Gloria, how you doing? How you doing? Glad to see y'all coming on in here. If y'all can share this out, I don't know where everybody at tonight, but I'm talking and fussing about Netflix, man. If I tell you what, that was just awful. Me and my daughter, we was trying to watch it. Her TV would be ahead of mine, and I'll be like, flip the camera around so I can see it on FaceTime, because mine would still be buffering, and then hers would start buffering. Oh man, that was crazy. They know good well they didn't have the bandwidth and the ability to stream, such a highly um, publicized and highly sought after. They knew they wasn't able to do that. Shoot, sometimes you don't never know, Netflix gonna start buffering when you watching a movie. But this was the worst I ever saw it. I was so disgusted and mad. I didn't know what to do. Girl, wasn't it a mess, Miss Glow? That was a whole ghetto mess. But look, Mike laughed all the way to the bank, though. I'm glad he got his money. They said that was probably that fight. Jake Paul set that fight up because he's trying to get a fight with, is it what's his name? Mayweather. He's trying to get a fight with Floyd Mayweather. Now I don't know if he gonna shoot. I don't think he can do nothing with Mayweather either. Nah, he can't do nothing with Mayweather. Hold on 1 second, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. I keep burping, honey. And taking that. Y'all know I'm taking that Majorno, or what is it called? The Zip Band. That's the name of it. If you got diabetes, it's Majorno. But I'm taking it for the other reasons, to lose some weight, honey. Get some of these pounds up off of me. But anyway, ooh, y'all, it be having me nauseated. If I ain't nauseated and I'm burping it messed your whole shoot digestive tract up. You either burping, shoot, it's diarrhea or nauseated, or all the above at the same. It was awful. So I'm taking. Well, they gave me some Zofran to help with the nausea and help settle my stomach. But it's been rough. Y'all hear me? It has been rough. So yeah. But anyway, they said that Mike Tyson fight was just a setup, y'all. To try to get Jake Paul, get him some hype, you know, so that he can get into or get a fight. Somebody might take that card with him and Floyd Mayweather, but shoot, I don't know if he can beat Mayweather. Shoot, Mayweather ain't playing no games with him. He ain't gonna take it easy, because, like they said, Mike then he looked like he was trying to fight. You look like he was holding back. Mike looked like, wasn't like it might come punch. Cause y'all see how he was doing in his little sparring, in his little training, but man, like we said, Miss Love, that was a whole mess. So in addition to, what about the Taylor and Soriano fight? Man, did they not rob old girl? Y'all know she beat the brakes off of that girl Taylor. And this the second time they done robbed her, y'all. I mean, I might have to see old girl in the parking lot. And she done head butted her, opened her eye up. Oh yeah, wow, we gonna see each other outside of this ring. And that was awful, y'all. That was awful. I was disappointed about that fight because she got robbed, not only again, but she did get a bigger paycheck this time. But still, they keep giving the belt to old girl, and she really didn't win like that. That girl didn't. She didn't beat Soriano like that. Girl. Soriano was throwing them. Boy, she was throwing them bows on her, man. She was lighting her up. and she can take some blows too, because they was fighting, boy. Hey, that was a street fight with the gloves on, y'all. And then now, man, I just thought the whole listen. I ain't trying to talk about Netflix, but they whole production seemed like it was bootleg. Then the mics wasn't working with the commentators. Then it seemed like they had just what was it? Instagram influencer commentating the fight that don't know nothing about the fight. Was it me? Or just the whole little thing seemed bootleg Friday night? I was so disappointed. But I guess maybe I don't know if they were saving the purse to pay Mike and for Jake to get it. And then I guess what is it? Jerry Jones got his cut from it being in the Dallas Cowboy Stadium. Who else got paid? There was a lot of stars there, but hey, the best fight of the night was those two girls. That was the best fight, Suriano and Taylor. I want to see them again. But they need to get some. I guess these were some new judges too, but I just don't see how they. Well, I guess with her being a champion, you almost have to knock a champion out, even though you beat the brakes on them in that square boxing ring. But I guess she had almost had to knock her out to win the belts. But they robbed her twice. They robbed. Hey, Miss Tia, how you doing, girl? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Glad to see y'all, girl. We was talking about that bootleg fight, Miss Tia, over there on Netflix Friday night. Everybody's box messing up. It kept buffering all night. People got kicked off line. Oh, that was a mess. Like I said, the whole thing to me, it just screamed low budget, low budget. Can y'all share this out? What else we was gonna talk about? Ray J. God, y'all. What Miss Tia say? Yeah, everybody was mad about it. I was about to cancel my subscription. It was so terrible. And you know what? It was everywhere in every city. Cause I kept getting on Facebook, and my daughter, she's like, "Mama, all my friends going off on Facebook talking about Netflix. They can't get in, they can't see the fight." I said, "I know that's right." Everybody was pissed off about that. Um, that was awful. Yeah, everybody was mad about that. Like I seen Lovely, she was trying to I guess she was trying to watch it and she couldn't watch it. Hey, I was in the same predicament, honey. It was just a hot ghetto mess for real. That was just horrible. But anyway, let's move on. We out for the fight. I'm glad Mike, stayed upright. Even though people talking about it, they believe it was staged, just so he could get the clout off of Mike's name. Because people don't really respect him, Jake Paul, as a official, certified, bona fide, stamp fighter out here. Although he's beat a couple people from the MMA, arena, that little area over there. He's beat a couple people, knocked a couple people out though. But I don't know what's really going on with that. How y'all like my background? Can y'all see it, girl? Can y'all see my background? My little living room. Can y'all see it? Y'all tell me how y'all like it. I tried to find us something nice where we can kick back and chill. Because we're gonna be talking about these shenanigans. What you say? Oh, you said it was a mess, Merle in Dallas. That's what Love and Gossip Lexi said it was a mess. I saw her community wall post and she was talking about how bad the traffic was in Dallas. I guess it was a lot of people, a lot of starers, a lot of the starers was in there trying to see that fight. That it was it was an exhibition fight. It's basically what it was. It wasn't no real just knock down drag out. So yeah, y'all come on in, come on in. Look, I don't care if it's 8 of us, I don't care if it's 10 of us. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna talk about Ray J. Now, Lord, what is wrong with Ray J, y'all? His family need to get him some help, don't they? Cause I listened to Money Boys live, and I was in there for a good little minute, and I was trying to listen to it. um, the whole interview to see what it was that triggered him. What made him say he was gonna drag the pastor out of the pulpit. Y'all, what you say? Me when are you and Amanda going to start back doing Bible study? If you go back, I didn't do like a really official Bible study, Miss Tia. I just went over. Um, I'm sorry, y'all. I'll keep burping from this medication. I'm so sorry. I went over my community wall post about all the people in the Bible that God chose to use. And they, a lot of them had shady past. A lot of them were murderers. A lot of them, they God doesn't, like I said, He doesn't call the qualified. He qualifies the call. But yeah, I guess now that I got my little live stream set up, y'all, I'm learning how to use it. What y'all think about my background, ladies? What y'all think about it? Honey, how y'all like my little living room, girl? Look, I'm gonna knock myself off so y'all can really get a good look. I'll be right back. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. I just wanted y'all to see my look. Y'all want y'all to see my little living room. Oh, Miss Tia, you like it, girl? I like nicer things, honey. I love to decorate. I love to decorate. And I got my furniture now. It's actually about that color. Uh very want. I know that's right, ain't it inviting? I was gonna do like a darker thing with like a little sexy light vibe, like a little lounge. I was gonna find. I tried to find some that I could download for free. Some of the little backgrounds and put us in a nice little area. But anyway, but yeah, I love to decorate. My furniture I got, like I said, it's about the color of those chairs now. And I got the white, like I used I don't know what they call this. It's got the white scroll looking pictures. It's white, and then it's got the natural tan that go around my pictures. I'll show it to y'all one day. I'll upload the picture of my living room for y'all. But I love to decorate. But honey, I'm about ready to change out. I want some new furniture. My husband's like, we just got that. Yeah, I got it in 2020. What is 2024? And don't nobody even sit on that furniture because we don't even really be in the living room like that. To be honest, not really. We'll be in the other room, the game room, or my husband's little kickback room, whatever you want to call it, be in there, or I'm in there watching TV, because I have a condo, so just me, him, and my dog. But anyway, yeah, I love to decorate, y'all. So, like I said, we don't know what's going on with Ray J. We don't have to pray for him, Lord. He needs prayer. Like, who was that was talking? Was it when we was on a panel the other night with Truth, and they were talking about, they say Ray J is really going through something, like he may have had something to do with Whitney Houston's demise. I hate that. I hope not. I definitely hope not. But anyway, I don't know. But yeah, we're gonna get back to our Bible study. What day is a good day? Do y'all want to do it on like I know Amanda goes to her Bible study on Wednesday night, so we could either do it on a Tuesday night or a Thursday night. And I've tried doing Bible studies based on however the Lord leads me, but I want you all to be interested in it. We want y'all to be engaged in it. And I know a lot of times it seems like it may be overwhelming if somebody's coming to you with a bunch of information. But I try to, when I teach Bible study, and I've been in ministry, y'all, for going on over 25 years. So anyway, but I had my women's Bible study that I did for years. It was called Women of Worship Wow Ministries. That was a thing that I did, like I said, for over, like I said, 25 years. And we did it every Tuesday night. The women would meet, and like I said, I would try to do things based on what the women wanted to do, or if something spoke to me. One of the This is the one I would love to do with y'all. It's called Lies That Women Believe and the Truth That Sets Them Free. If y'all can look it up, the book up on Amazon. And if y'all interested in that, or just let me know if it's a topic y'all want to talk on. You have a talking point. If it's something that y'all want to study, just let me know. You said Tuesday and okay, Tuesday and Thursdays work for you. Okay, I'm open any day, Tuesday or like I said, or Thursday. I'm trying to Amanda being on my case about getting this channel up and going. So like I said, we're gonna have to be praying for Ray J because like I said, I still have listened to that interview, and I haven't heard what triggered him off yet. I don't know. Do y'all know, Miss Till? You be knowing what's going on, Miss Gold. Did y'all ever figure out, or did I miss it in Money Boys Live? What actually triggered him to come at Pastor Jamal like that? Hey, Scorpio Mama, glad to have you in here tonight, girl. Happy belated birthday. Y'all say happy birthday to Scorpio Mom. She just celebrated her birthday. Was it last weekend or either the weekend before last, I think. Might have been last weekend. Scorpio, my husband's birthday was this past Thursday, and we went and celebrated in the Great Smoky Mountains, y'all. We that was our birthday time with us, and then right here at home too. Oh, you said you shared it out. Thank you, Miss Scorpio. I appreciate you. Glad to see you. Glad to see you. Glad to see you. But anyway, so if y'all did y'all know Miss Scorpio Mama what triggered Ray J? Put what you say? Put the back on. Put it back on my. Oh, put it back on my community. Wow. I think that's what you're saying, man. It's still on there, Miss Till. All the people that I talked about, if y'all run this slide back the first few minutes, I went down the line and talked about everybody that was let's see, on my community. Wow. Hold on. Honey, I'm like I said, y'all, I'm learning how to hold on. I'm learning how to work this StreamYard and upload and stuff. I'm gonna have to learn how to upload my information, how to present stuff. I don't want to try it tonight and knock myself off live or mess myself up. But yeah, I went down all the way down the line. I started with Jacob. If y'all go to the community wall, I started with Jacob and I went all the way down the line from Jacob, Peter, David, Noah, Joah, excuse me, Jonah, Paul, Gideon, Miriam, Martha, Thomas, Sarah, Elijah, Moses. Oh, I skipped over Zacchaeus. Uh, no, I think I did say Zacchaeus because he climbed up the sycamore tree just so that he could get a glimpse of Jesus. Yeah, you know, he was a little short guy. But anyway, Abraham and Lazarus. I went down through there and talked about, what all they did. What they're just a little snippet of what they're a glimpse of what they had done previously, but God still chose to use them in a mighty way. Because, like I said, God always uses ordinary people to do extraordinary things. And we serve an awesome God, y'all. He's awesome, Lord. He's an awesome God. But yeah, we're gonna get back on that Bible study. Everybody been asking for it, asking for it, asking for it. And I got to do it. We gotta do it, gotta be obedient. What's it say? The name of the book? Oh, okay. Let me put it on here. Hold on, let me type it in. Hold on, y'all. It's called hold on, I'm gonna type it in there. Yeah. And it starts um the basis of the book starts in the garden. of Eden, the Mesopotamia, and I have to. It's an awesome study. It talks about how um, the devil led Eve astray. We talked about that one night of being too strong because we was like, you know, we all know that God gave Adam the laws. He told him, that they would have dominion over the garden. And when y'all think over dominion, that means he was in control of everything. Y'all know that God used Adam to name every creepy, crawly thing. And then he saw, after he had created everything, he looked and he saw that Adam didn't have a suitable mate. And guess what, y'all? He put Adam in a deep sleep. And he opened up the side of his body by his rib and took that rib out, and he fashioned a woman. That's a woman with, or excuse me, a man with a womb. That's how a woman is because she's part of mankind. She just don't have, the male parts, but she has the necessary parts to when God told them to be fruitful and multiply. Because he looked at everything he had created, from the ox to the fish, to everything that he created, and there was no. Oh, you said you put it in my car. Oh, on Amazon. Okay, yeah. If y'all look through that, y'all uh look through it and tell me if it's something y'all want to do. But I'm telling you, it is an awesome study, and it talks about, how the enemy, um he knows the word too, because y'all do realize that although, a lot of times people thinks that, hey, wee hours, how you doing, thank you for dropping that in there, thank you so sweet. You want to come up here with me, girl? You want to I need somebody to come up here with me. Let me drop this link for you. Yeah, I be missing you. We ain't had time to talk, just you and I, girl. um Yeah, we talk because I want to. Hold on, let me drop this link. There we go. Oh, okay. Yeah, come on up. It's just be me and you tonight. Um, but yeah, the study is an awesome study. Like I said, it goes all the way back to the Garden of Eden, and how the enemy, like I said, he can make you question the word. Because, like I said, he knows the word, and he listen, y'all. If we get into the study, if y'all want us to study, I can. Y'all don't even have to get a book, because I can. I have my book, and we can just go over it. I can take some pictures of some of the stuff from my book and upload them. If y'all want to go like over some of the questions, or want to know the questions, I can. Oh, I probably can buy the digital version of it from Amazon, and I can present it here on the live stream. That'll be something awesome. We don't want to do nothing bootleg. We don't. Oh, excuse me. We want to give God our best. I don't want to be out look stealing the lady. The lady ain't gonna get credit for all of her book sales. But anyway, it's an awesome study. But it talks about how Satan, it wasn't by accident, it wasn't happenstance that he showed up in the Garden of Eden. Because remember, y'all, the things were taking place prior to, you know, God creating the world, the earth, and the fullness thereof. Remember, there was a heavenly realm that was going on. Remember, he separated the darkness from the light and the waters into dry land, caused all that to gather up. But at the same time, there was a spiritual battle going on between heaven and hell. And guess what? Y'all know that Satan, if you go over to Isaiah, it talks about where Satan gets kicked out of heaven, and then he shows up in the Garden of Eden. That's where we next see him, his story taking place. And we know that Satan is he's Lucifer, that means angel of light. And y'all know that, a lot of times we think of Satan as this two-horned devil, red with fangs and a tail. No, 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 no. Satan come to you like, honey, a silver-tongued devil. Y'all don't see, good looking, honey, talking good, smelling good. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Looking good, got say all the right things to you. Yeah, Satan ain't come correct. How you doing, girl? Y'all come on in to share me out, whatever. But yeah, Satan don't necessarily come looking out ugly. A lot of people think, well, when he came up to Eve, if y'all go back to the Bible, it says he walked up to her and was talking to her. And then it wasn't till after he, led Eve astray that the Lord actually judged him and said because he had done that thing and had tricked them into doing that he would go around and slither on his belly the rest of the days of his life and eat dust, and they would always be at enmity with one another or warring with one another. But yeah, Satan, he came in there, look, in the remember, I don't even know why she hey, hold on. I got a guess. Hey, girl.
Hey, Mimi, can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine.
Hey, I'm not echoing, am I?
No, no. Y'all heard echo. This is Nicole coming in. We hours podcast coming in.
Good.
They on me about this Bible study. You know what? It's been a lot going on, y'all. Y'all know in these
I need
YouTube
to
streets.
be. I need to be on the front row.
We all listen. We all can learn from each other. I try to, when I teach the Bible, I teach it word on word, precept on precept, because we got to be building we got to build a firm foundation, or we can be led astray just like Eve. Y'all know, shoot.
Yes, yeah,
We
you're right.
Anybody can be led astray. Anybody can fall. Look, the word says all have sinned and come short of the glory. We all fall short on the daily. I would love to do. I Listen, y'all. I love the Bible. I love to teach the Bible. That's my thing. I when we played school, y'all, when we was little, I was always the one want to be the teacher. I always wanted to be the teacher. Yeah. So I would like to teach y'all about the layout of the tabernacle, and how God gave them specific instructions on how to worship. This was after all the stuff with the Garden of Eden, if you just see it, the layout of the tabernacle is a foreshadowing or the prophecy of the coming of Jesus, and the layout of the tabernacle, y'all, is actually geometrically, or in the shape of the cross. Yeah, it's in the shape of the
Oh,
cross.
really?
Yeah, yeah,
I know that.
yes,
See.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And
Oh yeah,
God,
you definitely should show
huh?
us that one day. You should show us
Yeah,
that one day. Yeah.
yeah. I will. I will. I will. I look like I said. Hey, Stefan, thank you for coming in. Thank y'all for coming on in here, y'all. Listen, I'm so glad to see all of y'all. Did I miss anybody? Yeah, but anyway, yeah, and people think that the Old Testament, we don't supposed to live according to the Old Testament. Well, if we didn't need the Old Testament, they wouldn't have put the Old Testament in the Bible. Y'all feel what I'm saying? All the Old Testament is Jesus concealed. That means he's zipped up. But in the New Testament, it's Jesus revealed, because it's all talking about the foreshadowing of the coming of Jesus. So we'll talk about that. Girl, what you think about that old fight, Nicole, Friday night?
I refuse to watch it. I do not want to see it.
You didn't miss nothing, girl. We Half of us couldn't watch it because we was buffering all night. Like I said,
See, I had that feeling. I had the feeling it was gonna happen. I'm like, you know what? The internet is gonna crash.
it
Something is
did.
gonna happen. Really?
Netflix
Okay.
crashed, girl. It kept, how it starts spinning in that circle.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It did that all night. I said, I don't know why Netflix tried to broadcast such a big event like that, and they didn't have the bandwidth to do that. I just don't
Wow,
think
that's
they had the band.
crazy. They should. Why they don't have the bandwidth? They got billions of dollars.
Yeah, they got billions of dollars, but we got $100,000 broadcast. It
Right.
was awful. It was awful. Concordance in
Mm-mm-mm.
the Old Testament was what the Jews lived under, and by they lived under the law, right? And the New Testament is for all of us, the Jews, right? It's just not specifically for the Jewish people; it's for everybody. Um, and not only that, y'all, he only gave us 10 commandments in the Old Testament, and we couldn't keep them, all of them, because the Bible says
Right.
if you break one law, you broken them all. You know,
Mm-hmm.
that's why we
Mm-hmm.
under mercy and grace, or grace and mercy. He knew that we couldn't do it. We couldn't keep all 10 of those laws every day. Because you know what? Y'all seen the church folks. Now, look, Nicole, you been in church too. You was in, I think you told me you were Kojic at one time.
I was raised in it. Yes.
Raised in church,
Mm-hmm.
like, well, I was raised in the Methodist church all my life, and then I transitioned to the AME church. But yeah, those are the high churches, honey. The
Mm-hmm.
high churches. Y'all know what I'm talking about, them Sadidi folks. But anyway, but yeah, the Church of God of Christ, it came out of the AME church too. A lot of the the
Wow.
bylaws and things are very similar to the AME church. Yeah, and y'all know that the AME Church was birthed out of a movement. Or Richard Allen, he used to go to the Methodist church, and he was praying, y'all. Uh, and it was, y'all know, it was segregated, but they did allow some of the slave folks, because he wasn't free, I don't think, at the time. I have to go back and look over my history. But yeah, and he was praying, and him and some of his followers, because they would allow Richard Allen to come in the Methodist church and have service. But the other folks, the light skinned folks, the European Americans came in, and I guess they were having service at the time, and they said that we was praying too loud and making too much noise. Y'all know we get excited about the word. But
Right.
and he told them, just let me finish up our prayers, and you won't have to worry with us no more. And he left and started the AME Church in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Now I couldn't tell you them years, girl. I used to know all that stuff when I was into it like that. But
Mm-mm.
yeah,
Okay. Isn't Geno Jennings from up that
Gino
way as
Jennings.
well? Yeah, he's from up that way, like
Yeah,
Philadelphia somewhere.
Jamal is from Baltimore, Maryland. The church that he
Okay.
came out of the AME church. Pastor Jamal Bryant. His
Brian.
father
Okay.
is his father is a bishop in the AME church. But I think yeah, Jamal's, his story is very interesting. Jamal was a high school dropout. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
he was a high school dropout, and he ended up getting his. I guess he got his GED. I have to go back and look at some of that stuff. I met Pastor Jamal Bryant, but anyway, in Nashville. But he had this church that he started from the ground up. It was wait a minute, let me think of the name of it. Hold on, it'll come back to me.
Let me look
But
it up.
he started this big church up in Baltimore. Dang, what was the name of his church? You remember Jamal's name of Jamal's church? You don't remember it either. But anyway, how anyway, he started that church from the ground up, but and he grew it, and it was like a big mega church. And Jamal had some problems. Y'all know he had, y'all his reputation preceded him. Um, you remember he was married to Giselle, the housewife on Potomac. Y'all know that, right? That's his.
Mhm.
Um,
Right.
yeah, that's his wife. But Empowerment Temple AME Church in
Okay.
Baltimore. That was the name of his church that he started and he founded. And um, I think he had his sights set on going higher in the AME church, but like it is in the Church of God in Christ, is is they super religious, but they also very political too. If y'all feel me, and you want to be like an elder over a certain district and then go up higher to a bishop, it's very political. They actually you have to run for that office and campaign for it. Yeah, it's girl, it's
Wow, like an election.
yeah,
Okay.
and they do it every 4 years. So they have the general election where all the AME churches they come together and they re-elect the bishops and all the the stuff that go on in the church. But anyway, but yeah, so Jamal had like I said, he had a reputation. Then he ended up coming down to Atlanta, to New Birth. I never thought he would leave the AME church. I never thought he would, but he did. But like I said, he was a high school dropout. I think he had problems, and his daddy sent him, I guess, to a relative in Atlanta, and he ended up
Mhm.
going to Morehouse University, getting his degree, and then he went on and got his seminary, and then of course has a doctorate degree now. But some of his older sermons, girl, they was off the chain. Y'all, Jamal would take little things that go on in today's little modern and use the modern day vernacular. Like one of his sermons, he preached these hoes ain't loyal, and that was one of the times he actually said that in that interview when he was running for office or some position, and he didn't get it. And you would think that he did get it because like he would get it because based on his affiliations and how the church is usually being ran. His daddy was a big bishop and his mama was something big too. As a matter of fact, she just passed here a couple of weeks ago. He just lost his mama. And I think he just yeah, he just lost his mom and he just remarried. Yeah, Jamal got let's see. How many children he got? I think he got three by his wife, Giselle, ex-wife, excuse me, because he just married that other lady. Let me see. Hold on, y'all. He
Okay.
got
And he's still in Atlanta. He's still in Atlanta?
yeah, he's still in Atlanta. Yeah, he got new birth. You remember Bishop Eddie Long's
Okay.
church? Y'all
Oh
remember Bishop
Lord.
Eddie Long?
Ooh, that's a whole nother
Ooh,
thing.
that's a whole another thing.
Child.
hmm
Mm.
Yeah, so
See,
he ended
I
up.
know a similar story that I know a similar story to what happened with Eddie Long that
Mhm,
happened in my small town.
mhm.
And the guy ended up getting convicted. And I think they gave him like 200 years, you know.
What?
Yeah, he got sentenced last year.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, it's a lot that goes on. And like I say, I grew up in the church. I grew up with him in the church.
Let
I'm
me
like,
tell y'all
what?
something. Pastors are
Mhm.
imperfect people that God
True.
uses. Ain't none of them perfect. Hey, matter of fact, they moving around so much up there because at the same time they trying to preach to you the word hitting them too. Hey, and they
Mhm.
better be halfway right when they go up there, or they might get drugged out of the pulpit like they did in the Old
Mhm.
Testament.
Mhm.
Remember when the priest would go into the in the church in the tabernacle,
And they'll
they
fall dead.
the girl they would sew bells around the ends of the robe, around the seams, the hem of the robe, and they would tie a rope around their ankle because if they wasn't right themselves, they would get drug out of there. Because I gotta think the priest only went in to pray for the people one time a year. You couldn't even go in and pray for yourself. You had to take your
Mm.
offering and give it to the priest. So can y'all imagine being a pastor and you got to pray for not only your sins, all your parishioners' sin, all your members, and pray for your own sins. And if you go in there, you weren't right yourself, then they may be dragging you up out of there.
Yeah, yeah, that's a lot. That's a
That's a
lot.
girl, that's a lot. People be saying, I don't know why people think, uh, well, we know that it is money in God. We do know that, and
Mhm.
sometimes people not in it for the right reasons. But I tell you what, I wouldn't want to stand up under that judgment for that. I surely wouldn't. But
Yeah,
anyway,
it's a lot of ministries that's in it for the money. You
yeah,
know, a lot
girl,
of them
the
what
church is a
they
big
get money
business.
from the government.
It's a
Huh?
the church is a big business.
Yeah.
It is. Church is a
Mhm.
big business. They're a nonprofit. They fall under a 501c3, most of them, I think. I think.
Right.
Well, if I'm not
Mhm.
mistaken. Yeah. So it's money, but you don't want to get in it for the right for the the wrong reasons. Because I had thought about doing a study on that. You remember that church, Hillsong is a big old evangelical church. It was a
Mhm.
white church, evangelical, and it was a big old scandal with them.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
When?
a few years back, I think around 2018, something like
Mhm.
that. Hillsong, look it up. It's a Hillsong church. They did a special. It was a special. I don't know if it was Netflix or one of them channels had a special on the
Mm.
fall of the Hillsong Ministries, and it was based out of Australia. Yeah.
Okay.
But
Okay.
it was based out of Australia, but they had moved over here into America and planted a lot of churches here in the United States, and a lot of the stars would go to that church. Um,
Yeah, I'm thinking Hillsong. Did they do a lot of music? Is
yeah,
that the same?
yeah, that's how
Yeah.
it started out. It was
What?
a music
Mm,
ministry, and then they branched out, and it was
man, that
we got to do that. That's one we need to do, y'all.
yeah.
That's a true
Yeah.
crime story, and it's true because it was a pastor in there. He was messing with these folks, and
Mhm.
he never would acknowledge y'all what he did. He acknowledged it to the church, but he didn't come out, and the church kind of paid him money to go away, girl, and they swept it under the rug. That's
Not
what
the
we,
hush money.
girl, the
Child.
hush money. Sure did. She said,
Yeah.
Stefan said, do you think mega churches are good or bad for the faith? I've been in a big church and a big church organization. I wouldn't say it's bad, but I would say it's not for me. I don't want to go to a church when the pastor my name and I got to go to five people to get an appointment. I got to go through, I got to get vetted to be able to see the pastor. You feel what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Mhm.
That's what I don't like about it. So it has its pros and cons. If you one of these people, you want to go in because they have um, multiple. They have a lot of things that go on in the church. They have some programs that
Mhm.
do help, help people. They have a lot of outreach ministries. They have a lot of them have strong youth ministries. But if you one of these people, you want to go in and get your church at 8 o'clock, and you're gonna be up out of there by 9:30, because the next service is gonna start at 10 or 10:30, and then if you go at the 10:30 service, you're gonna be up out of there by 12,
Boy, that's
because that's
12.
when the late right when the late churches start. So I guess it's just a I don't know. I guess I don't want to say it's either good or bad. I guess it's a personal opinion. But in my older age, I've kind of migrated to away from the denominations, and I go to a little small church. Y'all feel what I'm saying, honey?
Mhm.
Because where they don't mind tarrying for the Holy Ghost, honey. Them little old ladies. Y'all remember back in the old days? Sure, y'all be in church all day. They be turned for the Holy Ghost, but I don't know. Like I said, each one, you know, I think if you are in a small church, and then sometimes small churches, I say a con with a lot of times you get a family in there, and the family run the whole church. Y'all know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
Mm.
can't. The look, the family run everything, everybody. So
To me, that's the worst type of church to be in. I grew up in that type of church. It was just a family and
yes,
everybody had their ranking and
and the
it's
amount of money that they give,
Mhm.
they have all the say so, they make all the calls, and a lot of times
Yeah.
I tell you, look at a church if it's not growing, and look at the age of your church. If the age of your church is there's no young people in there, who gonna carry that church on when them older people die? Because
Right. If you
we all got a number.
True. If you had a building fund for the past 80 years, and it's still no new building.
Yes. And y'all ain't put nothing on it but a roof. You ain't built
Right.
nothing. Girl, look, they been paying them people been paying them building funds. Look, they been praying for bricks and pews
Child.
for 30 years and they ain't got nothing but a fellowship hall. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I ain't talking about nobody. I'm just talking about what I'm talking about.
Mm-mm-mm.
Oh, they say, uh, what you say? In my opinion, it's not good. Yeah, for what you think, mega churches. Yeah,
Yeah.
they
Mm-mm.
got a lot going on. They got too much going on.
But I
And
mean,
go ahead.
no, I was gonna say also you have some smaller churches that operate on the mindset of a mega church.
Yeah.
And the like for example, when I was in my 20s, I was going to this church in Jackson. And I was paying tithes and everything. Like, and so I'm thinking I'm giving them thousands of dollars a year. If I have a little issue, I should be able to get help. Baby, let me tell you, I reached out one time for some help through the church. They
Mm-hmm.
gave me a packet to fill out. And I
Girl.
then after filling out the packet, they say that you have to let the pastor pray over the packet. And
Uh-uh.
then they would call me to set an appointment. And I think that's in my mind, that's really when I left like the church,
Mm-hmm.
the institution. And I realized that I need a relationship with God for myself
Mm-hmm.
because this is
Mm-hmm.
not, I don't think God would approve how they moving.
Mm-mm.
And keep in mind, I'm a younger Christian at the time, and that was just a bad look because these were all older people than
Older
me.
men be running
Right.
the churches. Cause
But
a
see,
lot
y'all
of
don't have
them.
no problem
Go
taking
ahead.
the money though. Yeah. That's
What
it.
you
That's
say
all.
about the money?
I said they don't have a problem taking your money, collecting the
Got
offering, two
that
and three
right.
offerings, and all that.
And,
Hmm.
and what you being on the building fund and praying for the building fund, praying for the benevolence fund. Shoot,
Right.
praying for
Pastors
you know what I mean.
anniversary and all that stuff. Child.
Pastor love offering, everything on that offering envelope, and then you follow hard times that you can't get no help.
Right.
That's bad.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, that's real bad. Um, but like I said, organized religion. The Bible does tell us don't forsake to forsake not the assembling of the saints. But church ain't the building. It's church ought to be in each and every one of us.
Right.
You
That's
feel what
true.
I'm saying? I ought to be able to get on my knees and get a prayer through. You feel me?
Hmm.
A
You
lot
see
of
what I
times,
shared out?
huh?
Go ahead. I said on my community wall, I shared out today a 91-year-old woman. She just every Sunday she stands out in her yard with her little microphone
I don't
and
blame
she
her.
speaks in her community. And she started doing that during the pandemic, and she just
Uh,
kept doing it. Now I think she's went viral. They got
really?
they have her on TikTok and everything. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
Hmm.
And that takes some faith to do that because a lot of times when people don't realize that God tell you to do some crazy things. Because imagine
Hmm.
when she got the Lord put on her heart, just go out in your yard because people can't get to church and just start
Right.
preaching the word. Imagine how crazy that sounded to her. But you know what? If God tell you to do it, if God gives you the vision, the provision has already been made. We just have to be obedient and move forward. We have
Hmm.
to be obedient and go forward. Obedience is truly better than sacrifice. But yeah, that had to take some faith right there.
Right. You heard what I
Remember
said?
Moses, huh?
She's 91. So even
Yeah,
that at that age.
91. Because
Hmm.
remember, people had never seen any rain before God told Noah to build the ark. They ain't never seen a drop of rain. And I forget. Let me see how I had all that stuff written down. How many years it took Noah to build the darn ark? I mean, it took a long time. I'm not. Hold on.
Right. They were calling him crazy. Like,
You
look at
know
him over there.
they did.
What is he doing?
What is that nut doing? Yeah.
Oh my
What are you out
goodness.
there doing? Hold on.
Mm-mm-mm.
Hold on. Okay, know where to build that ark. You know they was looking at them crazy.
Yeah.
75 years
What?
approximately.
Okay. Well, back in the day they lived longer. So
Oh yeah, they
75
was
years.
real to be, shoot to be 100
Yeah.
and something.
Yeah.
100,
Right.
you know, it wasn't till
Mhm.
after the Tower of Babel, they would live to be 175, 80, 90 years like that. But remember they built that the Tower of Babel talking about we're gonna build our throne up so that we can reach God and be like God. And God tore the Tower of Babel down and scrambled the languages. Yep. Yep.
Really? Okay. So what did scrambling the languages have to do with the years, the length of
Because
years
he
that
said
people
if
live?
they do, all of them did it. If he said if they, all listen, he said if they do this, ain't no telling what they'll do. And then that's when I have to go back and look as he talked about.
Girl, I feel like I don't know
Look,
nothing.
girl, look, I would listen. Don't feel bad. I
I
talk.
know the basic stuff, I'll go look in the children's Bible to get
Girl,
an
it's the
understanding.
small
Okay.
things that we
I
miss
see.
sometimes. So you imagine him
Mhm.
working out there building this humongous. I mean, they got a replica of that the Noah's Ark here. It ain't in Tennessee, it's in Kentucky. Somewhere over in Kentucky. I said I was gonna get over there because I would like to see the dimensions of how big it was. Yeah, and
Wow.
remember he just kept on working. He just
Mhm.
kept on working and building that ark and putting them animals in there two by two. And them people probably thought he was crazy. How
Yeah.
you gonna live in there with the tigers? Listen, it had to be God because shoot, the nature of a wild animal or kid, it had to be
That's
God to make, huh?
that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, you imagine being in there with shoot, a darn what I'm trying to think of a bad what an aggressive animal like a tiger or a
Right.
lion or something.
Mhm.
A bear, a grizzly bear. Yeah, a bull, something being in
Moose.
there like
A
that.
lot of animals are aggressive, really,
Yeah,
naturally.
yeah.
Mhm.
So you imagine, and he every day he out there working, people laughing at him, but they wasn't laughing when he closed himself up and it started raining for 40 days and 40 nights.
I know
Yeah.
that's right.
Because like I said, they had never seen rain because up until that time, the water came up out of the ground. That's how God watered the plants and stuff.
Mhm.
Yep, it came up out of the ground. So yeah, it's the little story sometimes that everybody know the big story, the Noah, they know about the rainbow. It's a covenant, that God will never flood the earth again.
Yeah.
Um, but isn't it funny how now that rainbow is not even a symbol of God's covenant anymore?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what the enemy does though. He flips
Girl,
everything, you know what I'm
girl,
saying, turns it
okay.
into something else. Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm. It's just that's how we live in the end times. Sure, these people have a reprobate mind where, you know, and how a reprobate mind is you can't tell the difference. You can't differentiate the difference between good and evil. The good that you do, you think it's bad, and the bad that you do, you think that's good.
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah. That
Hmm.
I mean, it's different agendas that are being pushed for different reasons. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
makes you wonder, like, why are they doing that? But for me, I feel like they're doing it to minimize the population because
Oh
it
yeah.
it
Oh
takes
yeah.
two of the opposite to make a
To
life. You know what I'm saying?
procreate.
So,
He said, "Be fruitful and multiply." How you gonna do that? Two of the
yeah,
same, he can't do it. That's why he created the woman, because he said he looked down and he couldn't find a suitable mate for Adam. Who was he gonna lay down with and create something like him?
that's true.
I ain't talking about nobody. I'm just look. We have to make
No,
that clear. Disclaimer: I'm
I
not
mean,
talking
it's
about
it's a
nobody.
choice.
What you say,
It's
Nicole?
a choice. It is a choice. I feel like it's important to say it. Even myself, somebody
Yeah.
that has dealt with that spirit, it
Hmm.
is it's it's a decision. You choose to be that way. I don't agree that somebody was born that way.
Throwing it
No,
away.
happened to them early in life a lot of
I
times.
agree with that too,
You know
Nicole.
what I'm saying? I don't think that that's just in their DNA to be that way. I don't.
I don't
I
either
don't.
because I don't think it's like you say, it's just not in the natural the DNA to mm, I
Mm-hmm.
don't like I said, it's a choice, and if that's your choice, I respect everybody's choices. I love you anyway, because God loves us regardless, regardless. Because even people think, oh, that's a that's so blasphemous, but it's other things that we do out here, gossiping and a talebearer and a
Right.
murderer, you know what I'm saying, a liar. There's no sin greater than the other, and that's what people tend to do. Oh, that's the worst sin. No, God doesn't uh measure sin by degrees, you know what I mean, we do.
Right. Yeah.
We do. You can't tell me that I'm any better than somebody else because of a sexual preference that they have, because I don't do it. Although I may not do that, but I may be, just the worst person that, you know what I'm saying? I may be covered in my neighbor's ox and his ass and everything else, like it said in the Bible, according
Right.
to the Ten
You just
Commandments.
envy. Yeah. And you see a lot of that on social media, people envying what other people have.
Yeah,
You
girl, I
know?
don't care. Listen,
Yeah.
when I tell people, when you have a problem being jealous, then that means that you don't believe that you have the ability to get what that other person has, or you don't believe God to get bleh. You don't believe God can give it to you. I don't worry
Mhm.
about what somebody else has, because the same God that blessed them, if that's something I want, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
People think, oh God, one thing I think it's a misconception about, you know, pastors supposed to be broke and poor, and no, they don't have to be driving. I got a problem with pastors that have a Rolls Royce and an airplane, and then they members riding the bus to church. I
Mhm.
got a
Mhm.
problem with the disproportionate, you know, you know what I'm saying? The demographics. You in a big road, because y'all know these pastors be rolling. I'm telling you, some of these mega pastors, they be
Yeah.
rolling in Rolls Royce, Bentleys. They got our private jets and everything. But then you got the person that's struggling, or like you said, that may have a problem, run into some
Mhm.
problems, and they got to go through hell and high water to get any help from the church.
That's true.
And you got churches out here that ask for your W-2 forms before you can become a member.
Girl. I'm telling my listen, I remember my sister telling me years ago that she was going to the church. They locked all the members in the church until they
What?
received all the money or whatever. Yeah, they locked the
You
door.
kidding me? I know you lying to me. They done lock the people in
Yeah.
there till they get all the money up out of their pocket.
Yes. Yes, they did. I
Girl,
said,
what?
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Well, you know what? That ain't no worse than I don't being in the services. And you know what? They go and count that money right there, and they come back and say, "Nah, we short. We short. We're a little short. We need y'all to give some more. Give till it hurt." They keep telling the people, give. You know what I mean? Have y'all been in them services? Give till it hurt. Hey, come on now.
Mm,
If I believe now, I do believe in paying your tithe and offering.
mhm.
I totally believe in that. But y'all, we got to go back to the Old Testament. When God told them to bring their offerings, they brought according to what they was able to give. The people that had the best, they brought in the sheep and stuff that was unblemished. But God adjusted that money system all the way down to a pigeon. If you couldn't afford, that type of offering, the one that had the flocks and the sheep and the herds, if they couldn't do that, you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, y'all thumbs up the live, thumb it up, thumb it up. Yeah, this live don't went in total different direction than I had planned, but we know what? We always want to be obedient because you never know who needs to hear this out here, because you may be
Mhm.
shoot, sitting in a place the Lord done told you to move on, and we keep sitting there. It took me a long time to realize, okay, well, the church, especially when you're in ministry in these organized big organization, like you said, the Church of God in Christ, some of the larger denominations, the Methodists, the United Methodists, the African Methodists, the AME Zions, what's some more Baptist churches,
Mhm.
they're
Southern Baptist.
Southern Baptist, yeah, yeah, yeah. Shoot. You be sitting in there, the Lord done told you to move on, and we keep sitting. But yeah, but they also preach to us in ministry. I know they did with me. I went through 5 years of training, y'all. I say indoctrination. You get indoctrinated into these
Mhm.
uh, religious organizations. Nicole, because I remember being on a dirt road and you was talking about how it was like a cult. You
Yeah.
hate the label those larger churches, and because we are
Yeah.
familiar with those denominations. But I remember you
Mhm.
said it was like a cult one night when you
Oh
was
yeah.
yeah, your church and stuff. I remember you saying that, but you hate to think that you could be sitting in the church, but that could be kind of cultish. May not necessarily be a cult, but they got cult like ways. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And then have y'all ever been to church and I see it all the time. It's I call them pastor praisers. It's all about
Oh, I was just thinking that. Oh, you took it out. Yep.
it's the
Yeah.
pastor praiser. Oh,
That's
pastor,
idolatry.
huh?
Yeah. That's idolatry as well. Like,
Yes, yes,
yeah.
yes. Exactly.
Mhm.
And you look, the pastor, you come home. Oh, girl, Pastor sure did preach. Pastor hit a word today, girl. He preached, he preached.
Right.
Well, where he come from? Girl, I don't know, but I know he preached. He
He
had a
tore the house
word.
down.
Girl,
Mhm.
girl, the people was running up and down the aisles, girl. They got slayed in the spirit, honey. Well, oh, you know how they do. And you know, people can't tell you what was preached. Well, what did he
Right.
preach? Pastor said, or you go to talk to him about the word, try to tell him, talk to him, ask him a question. Well, pastor said, wait a minute, what did God say? Through the
Yeah.
pastor. Y'all feel what I'm saying?
That's
I
that's why I don't think I like that anymore. I just don't. Because when I'm on YouTube, I look for ministries that's just talking at a calm voice.
yes,
I don't need to hear the music.
yes.
Um, yeah. Stephen Darby Ministries. I've been listening to that ministry a long time.
Mm-hmm.
He's no longer here, but a lot of people found his ministry after he passed away. I
Mm-hmm.
was watching him when he was alive, but everything he
Listen,
said that was, huh?
I said, listen, I think Charles Stanley was an awesome teacher.
I watch him.
Charles Stanley,
Yeah.
I could get a word from Charles. He speak calmly. Now y'all know we
Yeah.
emotional people. Now don't get me wrong. I like to hear that Hammond B organ. When he get ready to go, take it. The pastor get ready to bring the sermon on home. Sometimes you like a good hoop, but you need it at the end of the day. It's that word. It's what you need. They get in you, not the hoop. Get that word
Right.
in you. You feel what I'm saying?
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. I listened to
Especially
him
in
earlier.
our church. But yeah, the older I used to love. I was the um not the choir director, but I was over the praise and worship ministry. I was the praise and worship pastor. So
Mhm.
I love the praise and worship, but a lot of times people don't. You can't have everybody up there leading worship.
Yeah.
You feel what
Yeah.
I'm saying? How you gonna
Mhm.
be up there leading worship and you ain't right? Where you gonna lead the people to? You feel me?
Yeah.
You up there sleeping with everybody. And then I hate to say it, I know we be having them tambourine players up there confusing the people.
Not the
Confused.
tambourine player. Not the
Mr.
tambourine
Brown, he's
player.
saying, if y'all can see my
Mhm.
hand going around in the circle, y'all know what I'm talking about.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
Yeah, teaching instead of preaching. Yeah. Well,
Come
Kiko had said
on.
she love her some Charles. I love Charles Stanley.
Yes.
He's a good, awesome. Everybody don't have, but then don't get me wrong, because the word does say that he takes the foolishness in preaching. God takes the foolishness of preaching to confound the wisdom of the wise. In other words, in that pastor doing all that hooping and hollering and jumping over, to prove over the pulpits and all that, God can get the glory out of that.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody will get the word, hopefully, prayerfully,
Yeah.
would get the word. Y'all feel what I'm saying? What you say he was? Who was? What you say he was?
Strain.
24/7. Oh,
Like a string. Yeah, I spelled it wrong. String.
who was 21/7 string?
Charles Stanley. He has a 24
Oh,
hour
does
string
he?
plan.
I didn't know
Yeah, on
that. Girl,
YouTube.
I
Yeah,
still
I
be looking
play
at.
it all the time.
Oh, okay. I'm about to
Yeah,
go to his. I didn't go to some of his page. Hey, Casey, how y'all doing here? I don't see her. Oh, there she go. Hey, Casey, where you been tonight, girl? So anyway, we kind of got off topic because I was going to talk about Ray J, and what's going on with him? Why he went off on Pastor Bryant like it. Did y'all ever hear the part in his whatever it was that ticked him off? Do y'all know exactly what it was? Because I still ain't figured it out. And I
I don't
listened to
think
the
it's been
interview.
released.
Huh?
Yeah. I don't think it's been released yet.
Oh,
I
okay.
think Jamal did an interview and he had, Ray J had regrets or something didn't sit right with him. So,
He has
he was
to
like, listen, if you release this, you getting snatched out the pulpit. And I'm like, okay, that's interesting. But his family is from my town, so I could find out. I could
Who,
find
Ray
what's
J?
going on. Yeah, yeah, Brandy and
What?
Ray J. Yeah,
They from
yeah.
Alabama? Where you from?
They're from
Alabama?
Mississippi. They're from
You from the
Mississippi.
SNP? That's right.
Yeah, Snoop Dogg is from here. Him and Snoop Dogg
What?
are from cousins. Yeah,
Snoop Dogg
he's
from where?
he's from Pike County,
Girl,
basically.
I did not know that.
He's
I
already
truly
been
did.
doxxed, so it don't matter. Yeah,
Girl, people don't be claiming they little towns when they get big.
that's. I mean, they come home and do like the little turkey drive every year, but he
Oh,
he
do
comes
they?
home.
Brandy and her family?
Well, Ray J, and Brandy, yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Not necessarily parents.
they're related to the Bates and the Tate family and all those. But
Oh, okay.
yeah, he comes home a lot, and I will say this.
Mm-hmm.
Just about all of the years I've known him to be famous,
Mm-hmm.
he is always around gay men. He comes home with his gay entourage. He
What?
doesn't have security with him. No, yeah. So this is nothing new to us. We like
Um,
people wondering, like, I'm not saying that he's that way, but
right,
he
right.
hangs with them. That's who he's always with. It's the
Disclaimer,
same
look,
one.
disclaimer. But yeah,
This
that's
one,
strange because a
allegedly.
lot of straight men don't want to be around. Y'all
Yeah.
know, not real straight men. They ain't. Mm-mm. They ain't. Mm-mm. I
Yeah,
did
he be
not know that.
This is a little hideout because nobody messes with him here. You know what I'm saying? It's a small
He a
town.
hometown. Yeah.
Mhm.
This is home.
Yeah, we don't look at him like, oh, it's Ray J. Like,
That's Ray
that's Ray J.
J.
That's Ray
Well,
J.
that's just like Usher is from
Right.
Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Usher, so is Samuel L. Jackson. He from Chattanooga.
Oh, I love him.
Oh, girl, I love me some Samuel Jackson. Boy, that's my boy. Hey, from the days of what was that movie that he was in? And he played the crackhead, him and Halle Berry back in the day.
Ah! I'm
I
sorry. What you
smoked the
did something to me.
TV, mama. I smoked your TV. You remember he told his mom?
I wasn't expecting that. Okay, you got me with that.
Yeah,
That's fine.
what was that movie? God,
I don't know. My memory is
Was it
bad
New
with
Jack
movies.
City?
Probably
What was it,
so.
baby?
Somebody let us know in the chat. Come on.
Hold on, my husband. What was it, bro? Said I. Wait a minute.
Jungle Fever.
Was it Jungle
Thank you.
Fever?
You sure?
That what I said. It was Jungle Fever. Yeah, what he said
Go
too.
watch that. It's been a while.
Yeah. And he said, I smoked your TV, mama. Now I want
Dang.
to say, where is Lil Bow Wow? I think he from Chattanooga. Is Bow?
Yeah.
I don't think he from Atlanta originally.
No, it's just a lot of people migrated to Atlanta. Like
Yeah,
it's a lot of
everybody
people,
go
people from
look
here.
because like Chattanooga is only an hour from where I am here in
Okay.
Tennessee, and then from like Chattanooga to Atlanta, it's like another 2.5 hour ride. So people will say, "Oh, I'm from the ATL," because you can drive once you get to Chattanooga, Tennessee, Chattanooga. Some people say Chattanooga.
Mhm.
People from Chattanooga say Chattanooga. Once you get there, you can like go like 2 or 3 little miles, and you right over in the Georgia state line, and then you go another way, and you're right over in Alabama. So yeah, Tennessee, Georgia, Alabama, we all come together. But yeah,
Now
yeah.
that's somewhere I want to visit. I've never been to Nashville, never been to Chattanooga. Now I've been way to Arizona and California.
Girl, come
I've
on to
never been
Tennessee,
to
Tennessee.
visit
I was gonna
Tennessee.
play some Tennessee. That's what we call it, Tennessee.
Uh-huh.
I'm in Knox Vegas, Knoxville. So we're the home of the
Okay.
volunteers, honey. YouTube
Child,
ball.
the furthest I've gotten in Tennessee was Memphis. Okay.
Oh,
I
Norfolk.
make no
I see
sense.
Memphis way on the other end.
Right. It's on my end. It's close
Yeah.
right there, on the line. So
Memphis, 6 hours from where I am. That's
oh
driving from one end of the
wow.
state to the other end.
Okay.
My
Okay.
father-in-law lived down there.
So you are close to Georgia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but Samuel L. Jackson. But yeah, so girl, you can knock me over with a feather. I did not know Ray J. N was from
Yeah.
Mississippi. I sure didn't. What to say, it ain't
Mhm.
nothing new for him to come down there with his little entourage like that. Ain't that
Uh,
charming? Well, a lot of times people they go back home and hide out and do their little dirt. Then they go. That's probably
that's
why he
true.
can't. He treat that white princess so bad.
Uh, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Allegedly.
Well,
Mhm.
allegedly, there
Are
you
they
go.
divorced yet? Are they divorced?
I don't know. I don't
No.
think so.
No.
They keep saying they're gonna get a divorce, and then they pull the trigger. They don't pull the trigger. You know what I'm saying? They'll say they're gonna get a
Mhm.
divorce, and then they don't. Or whatever. But anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
So evidently he must have acknowledged or admitted to some things. I tell people,
Mhm.
if you don't know that anointing, it pulls out the good, or it draws. I shouldn't say it pulls out. It draws the good, the bad, and the ugly. It's like a magnet. That anointing with stuff. You ever been talking to somebody that's a pastor? That they highly anointed, and you start talking to them and start telling them stuff you never had any intentions on telling them.
Yeah, well, people do that with me, and I'm not a pastor, but
Well,
yeah,
but you don't
yeah,
have to be a
they
pastor
are.
to be anointed. You don't have to
Yeah,
be a pastor
listen,
to be anointed.
I've been in church before, and it felt like the pastor was, talking to me.
Uh
I
huh.
know other people have felt that way too, but it's like I see what you're saying, though. Yeah, like speaking directly to you, like
Speaking that right directly to
directly
you. You
to your
start.
situation.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And that pastor don't bit more know you from a can of paint.
right. Yeah,
And he just doing what the Holy. That's the power of the Holy Spirit.
right.
You
I
know,
used to
because
ask my ex, I said, "You talking to the pastor, telling them our business or something? What's going
girl,
on?"
it
I
be
don't know.
seeming like that. Nobody tell you your
Right.
business. That's just the Lord know what you need to
Yeah,
hear and when you need to hear it the most, and He'll have you there. Yeah.
true.
She said,
Hmm.
Concorette said, y'all know Ray J has started an organization called Gay Can See.
There it is.
What
Whoop.
is that,
There it
Concorette?
is. Whoop. There it is.
Whoop, there it is. I said, whoop, there it is. Oh
Whoop.
my gosh. Boom, chaka
Okay.
lock. Well, remember in that he was when he started out with that interview, that darn money boy was supposed to be coming over here. We were supposed to be
Mhm.
talking about that because he talked about it in his live stream. Um, but yeah, um, he was saying something about they were doing something, but
Mhm.
when he did it, what made him think about was cheeks. And they was like, huh? Where
Huh?
did that come from?
They
Cheeks.
go watch that. Okay.
Girl.
So you talking about the Nicki Minaj and see, I watched that, but I didn't watch the whole
I don't know
thing.
about the Nicki Minaj. This was the one I think that he was talking to with the pastor Jamal.
Oh,
I, I
really?
don't, girl,
Oh,
I don't
okay.
know what really happened. I tried to listen to it, but like he did edit it at Ray J's The Man, because he said
Okay.
he
Okay.
don't normally edit his podcast. He just let people, he want to get to know the people for who they are.
Right.
If you need to censor yourself, then you should have done that. You know what I mean? Having the, you know what I mean? If
Yeah.
you feel like it's something you don't need to talk about, don't speak on it. But don't get mad after you done, laid your burdens before the Lord,
Mhm.
and now you thinking he gonna. I don't think he would put him out like that anyway. I don't think the pastor would do that if it was something that was, I think, really detrimental. I guess I don't think he would, because he wouldn't want to embarrass him that way. I don't think, but who knows?
I don't know because these videos be paying out pretty big when they go
Oh, them
viral.
big mid, yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
Girl, hey, what? Hey, you never know what people will do. You never
Wow. So
know.
he basically, Ray J basically doxed himself. He said something, he overshared,
Mhm.
and then he thought about it the next day. Maybe he was allegedly, maybe he was on some type of
Oh,
something to alter
come
his
correct.
mind.
Did you see what come correct said? He
Let me
talked
see.
about it in his interview with Candace Owens. So he had another interview too.
Wow, Candace Owens got okay.
Ain't that the basketball player Candace? Is that what y'all talking about?
Mm-mm.
Who is Candace Owens? Who y'all
Candace
talking?
Owens. I
Let
thought
me
that was a
look,
YouTuber.
girl.
Let
Let
me
me
see.
look. Let me look up Candace Owens. Who it is?
Let me see. I'm on it right now. Let's
Look,
see.
look. Get on. Look,
Yeah,
y'all get on.
okay, Candace. Yeah.
Huh?
3 million subscribers on YouTube. I've seen her in many, like she does kind of like she's kind of controversial,
Oh, is she?
she speaks her mind. Yeah. I like her though. She's
Oh,
okay.
okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see who
She's
she is.
good at debating.
Oh, she
Yeah.
married to she married that the girl she married to a white guy. Am I looking
Oh
at
yeah.
the
I'm
right
subscribed
person?
to her channel, though, because I wasn't subscribed, but
Oh,
I
you
do.
on YouTube? You looking it up on
Um,
YouTube?
yeah.
Let me see. What it say? What's the name of our channel?
Candace Owens. That's just it's
It's
under her
just
name.
Candace Owens.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
We're gonna have to check her out, y'all. I sure appreciate you coming up here with me tonight.
You're welcome. I said, let me go in. Well, I was just stopping by, but
I
anytime.
appreciate you stopping by. Look, like I
And,
said, my
and
co-host, she doing her little thing. I guess she still, no, I was gonna say honeymooning, but it's her anniversary, so
yeah,
whatever.
I was gonna say, happy anniversary,
Yeah.
Amanda. Hope y'all having a good time.
Uh-huh.
Good, all that good stuff. But yeah, I
All
enjoy
right.
coming up.
I
I'm gonna get ready
appreciate
to
it.
pop down because my son is back there on his game and hollering. I'm about to tell him to get off
You
and
better, girl, don't they get on them kids? They get on them games and they had them
right.
headphones on. They be hollering. My grandson do the same thing. I like, dang, don't you hear me here? Girl, they don't be
Child.
playing. So
And
yeah.
I
Do
got
you be keeping up with the housewives and stuff, Nicole?
I used to, but it's been a while. I don't really even be
You ain't
watching it.
into it.
Mm-mm.
You ain't
No.
into it like it. Cause honey, I was gonna talk about them. Don't look the housewives of how Funky Dineva call them Patonka. Do you ever listen to Funky Dineva?
I love Funky Dineva. Especially since Funky Dineva done
Funky
came
be out the
back around.
chain. That
Yeah.
is my dude
Yeah.
right there. Yeah, me, girl, I be
Hmm.
falling in the floor. Bah! He
Yeah.
said, "Would
Because
say
at one point
will be
I was
back
worried about
on
them.
in a back. Yeah, she gonna be in a back brace case. Shell come in her limping, hollering. She got. That's probably what's wrong with her. She's still stuck from the hooker book.
Uh-oh.
Look, I didn't even know what a huckabuck is. Girl, look.
I do neither.
Yeah.
And I still
Huh?
don't think I know.
Say what
I
now?
don't wanna know. I don't want to know. It sounds scary. Hucklebuck.
It sounds like that's a. I remember back in the 70s, they used to talk about the huckabuck. I thought it was a dance.
Okay.
Look, I thought it was a dance, but I think it's something like a full Nelson.
I
They
don't know.
grab you by
It might be a mating dance or something, you know?
okay, might be. Look,
Mhm.
we're gonna have to get her to educate us on the hooker book. And where is Truth at tonight? And her gooch talk. She ain't even talk about the gooch tonight. Where's
Uh-oh.
she at?
Uh-oh.
Oh, what? Okay, she said it sounds it's exhausting, don't it? Miss Tia said, "Wait, what happened?" We was talking about Amanda talking about she couldn't wait to go out with her husband so they could he could put her in the huckabuck. I don't know. I don't know if that's look, is that the numbers, the 60 and the is that the 60 and the 9? But honey, she told everybody on her about the huckabuck. That's why we brought it up. My husband talking about you should be saying it. Saying it. I'm like, no, she told everybody. What you say?
Um,
Oh my, yeah, oh me, oh my.
well, yeah, I'm gonna hop down, Mimi.
Don't
Thank you
be
for letting me
leaving me
up.
out there.
I
You going
enjoyed
live
you.
tonight?
Oh no, I gotta get up
Gotta
early.
go
I
to
gotta
work.
go out and do stuff. Yeah. So
Yeah, it's 11 o'clock here. It's 11:21. Is it 11 where you
it's
are?
10:21 here. It's
See, y'all, but
10:21.
you behind me for an hour.
Just an hour. That's
Just an
all.
hour. But yeah, so we was going out was gonna talk about them housewives of Patanka. Cause girl, honey, this one girl, Lord, she got a husband and a side piece. And
Oh,
wait a minute, girl, it got good tonight. Did y'all watch it tonight? K Shell, you gonna get jump down on the car? Or you
I'm
gonna
gonna jump
say
down. Yeah, I'm gonna
you,
jump down.
you gonna
Bye,
let me,
yeah.
girl? Well, thank you
I'm
so much for
listening
coming up
though.
here and
You
sitting
gotta
with
be
me.
listening. I'm gonna keep you on, boo. I'm gonna keep you on. Bye,
Huh?
yeah.
You gonna keep us on? Okay. But yeah, thank you for coming up, sitting with me. I appreciate you. I do. I do. I do. You know, we go back to the dirt roads. So we came all together. We had an epiphany that night. The Lord gave us a word, or that early that morning. Remember when we was over on the dirt road. But anyway, y'all. For y'all folks that who else I was gonna talk about? Okay, we talked about Jake Paul in a fight. I was gonna talk about the housewives, honey. I don't know if y'all saw it tonight. Oh, what you say you watched and girl? Wait a minute, honey. Gordon spilled that tea, honey. He spilled that tea tonight on her. He surely did. What's that? Money Boy said they called it in the back. Oh, that's what they called it. Called it in called it book in something the book in Memphis according to Miss Gloria. Yeah, the hooker book. I remember them talking about the hooker book. But anyway, yes, I agree with Gordon too, girl. He put her out here. But before we get into Mia and Gordon, what about Wendy? Mama, what about her giving her mama? She pay her mama $500 allowance every month. What you say? My bad. Mimi, I was distracted. Oh, that's okay. No, thank you for coming up and sitting with me. I appreciate that, honey. You royalty in these streets, honey. You was a star. I appreciate you coming up here sitting with me on my panel, honey. You didn't think, a lot of the times these people think more highly of themselves and they won't come up on your little panels. But anyway, thank you for coming. But yeah, Wendy was talking about that she pays her mama was on there talking about where her money that she was late getting her payment, honey. She pays her mama $500 monthly allowance. And according to Wendy's them culture, because they are Nigerian, they said or she said that it is customary for the parents, I guess that parents always take care of their children, but when the children get old they are supposed to take care of their parents. I don't know how many folks, honey, got it like that to pay their parents $500 a month in a a little fee to take care of them. But I guess so. What was we talking about? Wendy's children. Oh yeah, y'all know that when Wendy first came on to Potomac, she was talking about that she her parent, not her parents, his parents had never met their children at all. They didn't even come to their wedding. Uh, her in-laws did not come to their wedding at all, and now they're coming for her. I guess in celebration. I guess I don't know if it's the children's graduation or if it's in celebration of her 40th birthday. Uh, Said what was Mia's friend's name that Ash brought on the show? Mia's friend, Mia's friend that Ashley brought. I can't think of who you talking about. And anyway, I would hate to. I believe you're gonna be able to cut the tension at that celebration, with a knife, because he said he hadn't even been around uh his siblings in all these years. They wasn't. They didn't. I don't know if the brother might have came, but he hadn't. He said at least the husband was saying Eddie, but at least he'll get to finally see his brothers and sisters. I said, that's kind of messed up. I don't know. I guess it's part of the culture. You said, isn't that everyone's culture to help with their parents? Oh, yeah, when they get older, I guess in this case, it's a mother of how much help. Right, right, right. And expects it on a monthly basis. Yeah, that's the thing. Well, it ain't paying child support. I guess it's paying parent support, parental support at this point. And I guess nobody, I mean, if my mama needed anything or needed to stay with me, or even to my mother-in-law, she needed anything and needed to stay with me, we're gonna help her in every way. But this, I guess, it's what shocked me was the expectation of it and talking about it being late. So anyway, and then of course uh getting to Mia and the boyfriend Ink. Girl, this is where the tea came out, honey. This is where the tea came out. Okay. Okay, what y'all think about Karen not accepting any uh eh, what responsibility or accountability for having that accident? That's crazy. She just ain't look, instead of her acknowledging, what she done was wrong, drinking and driving. And like I said, I don't even understand why she would drink and drive anyway, for the simple fact that, hold on. Oh no. Oh, you back in the back? Come correct. If you come back up, let me know. But anyway, um, who was that coming? You mean that's Roselle. Hey Roselle, how you doing? How you doing? But anyway, um, what was I talking about? We're talking about Karen and her not accepting any accountability for her having an accident. It wouldn't be so bad. I know she want to sweep it on the rug. She probably embarrassed, her being a housewife. But what really makes it bad though is that this is her second time that she's gotten a DUI, y'all. So, maybe she needs to acknowledge that there may be some problems going on. She may have some problems. That is her problem, she might need to see what's going on. But as much, like I said, as much money as they had at some point, if you don't had too much drink, if you even if you driving buzz, you got a little buzz, you still don't need to be operating a car. She could have called at any time a Uber, not only a Uber, she could have got a premium Uber. Y'all know that. And now she wouldn't be embarrassed. But Karen's thing is she's embarrassed and she don't want to talk about her issues. She don't want to talk about it, what she done, and she want to bring up Mia. She went and back on one of Mia's podcasts and dug up where Mia said, well, Mia never said it. But she said Mia was addicted to opioids. But Mia came correct and said, "No, I didn't say I was addicted." She said I overdosed. So maybe she did have a little problem if she OD'd. I don't really know the what really happened, but she did say that she OD'd because she had been given painkillers after the birth of her son, and I guess she got addicted to them, y'all. I guess so. Hold on one second. But yeah, I guess she at some point got addicted, and she said she OD'd from him and she was hospitalized. But she, instead of going to rehab, what she did was she found a holistic way of getting help. And that's how she got into the chiropractic business, because she said, if the chiropractor adjusts you a certain way, it kind of helps with your pain and makes your pain go away. So she was talking about that. But she did acknowledge that, but she wasn't ashamed of it. Karen won't even admit that, hey, she talking about, no, the truth gonna come out. The truth was you was drunk, you blew, or you refused to blow, but you end up, whether you refuse to do it on site or not, they gonna find out what your blood alcohol level is, whether you choose to do it right then or there. I know in our state, if they tell you to blow and you refuse to blow, that's an automatic. You going to jail, and they gonna find out when you get to the jailhouse. Either take your blood level. They gonna find out what your blood alcohol level was. Either they gonna take blood or you gonna blow in that little machine. And if you know you drunk, you might as well do it. Just be compliant. And then what make it so bad? Karen got all these other pending charges from the previous. Did y'all see all them charges they brought up last week? It was about 7 different charges that they brought up about Karen. But anyway, she still refuses to take any accountability for drinking and driving, and she ran into that tree and tore her car up. And then her little nephew, I think he was on there tonight. He was talking about he heard the accident and it scared him to death, he said. So that's just sad, but hey, everybody gotta work out their own little soul issues. So anyway, so moving right along from Karen, um, and getting back to Mia. Did y'all see girl when K Shell? Did you see when G confronted them? They called herself wanting to tell G that it's time for him to tell them children about the affair, about them two being together. He said, He told her he didn't even want to. He went off, but he didn't like go off in like a violent way, but he told them in a nice, nasty way, no, I'm not talking to my kids about that, and I don't even want to film with y'all. Because you've been you've been a part of this relationship ever since they got married. He said you was a, what did he say? Did he tell them that he was a 2-time adulterer? Every time I guess Mia cheated, she cheated with him, and then he came out and what it was he said? He said that Mia had an abortion shortly after they got married. She was forced to have, I guess, to have the abortion. I guess it was his child. I don't know. But if y'all watch What Happens Live on Andy Cohen, did y'all see well, no, not What Happens Live on Andy Cohen. It's next week. She's gonna be talking about her baby's father. Like, I guess the paternity of her son has been determined, because she's talking like more than one father. We say Mia and her little boy keep trying. Oh yeah, her little boy toy keep trying to make G look bad. No, she makes herself look bad. He ain't looking bad. But that's what they trying to do. I don't understand what they're What is it that they're trying to prove? It's out in the open that they together. What more do you want? What's the point of telling them children? Children are not stupid by any stretch of the imagination. If that man over there late at night, because they still do have a separate apartments, them kids ain't stupid. They know, they may not know exactly what's going on, but they got an idea that mama's over here with dude late at night and she ain't staying with daddy. You know, it's crazy. Yeah, trying to justify them being together, trying to make them feel better about the situation. That's a mess. That's a whole mess. Honey, they in a throuple over there. It ain't look, that ain't no threesome. That's a honey, that's a throuple and a struggle because honey, G ain't wanting to be part of it. I think he loved Mia and he really want to be with her. And now she trying to, I guess, done got the benefits of being married to him. You know, he had all this money because she said she probably wouldn't have married him if he didn't have all that money. And he found her in a strip club, y'all. You know, as a dancer, ain't nothing wrong with being a dancer, but she knew what he had to offer, which is the reason why she married him. But evidently, she wasn't through with this dude, Ink. Obviously, she wasn't. Cause she was when they first got married, she was didn't he follow her over to I think to North Carolina? Girl, it's a whole mess with that going on. Thank God that G kind of keep it on a copacetic. You know, he try to keep it like on a even keel that he's not a violent man. Cause some men would have snapped by now. And then you gonna be talking crazy, gonna tell you what you gonna tell your kids, and now you up there talking about you want to put remember he came out was it last season or the earlier part of this season talking about he was contesting or wanted to know the paternity of that little boy. So that's just a mess. So he kind of got them told. Well, he didn't he did get them told. What you say, Mia? Yes, Mia ought to be ashamed of herself. She ain't got no shame. I would be embarrassed to be on there like that with my and and she got children, smaller children. Her children are like 8 and 6, or I think it's something like that. 8 and 6, somewhere around there. Her children are young. But like he confronted them tonight. He confronted Ink and said he don't agree with it and he wasn't gonna do that. And then, like he said, he talked to her. He added her about having an abortion when they first got married, or basically getting an abortion. I guess they'll further develop that on in the story. But yeah, Ink and Gordon, they was trying to force Gordon to tell them kids about them getting a divorce. And Ink does not Ink. Gordon does say hell to the now, to the now, now, now. He said he ain't promoting their relationship. He came straight up and said that. He said he sees him as a home wrecker. That's what he sees that guy Ink. And if he was any type of man and knowing that she lives her life out in the public, why would he, unless he wants to be, this be a money grab too on these housewives. So that's probably the reason why he wanting to come out and be so out in the open, not caring how it makes her look or how, it may be devastating to those children when they do realize it or if they do figure it out. Yeah. So what else happened on her tonight, girl? It was good tonight. We talked about Karen not refusing to acknowledge that she may have a problem. This is her second DUI. Oh yeah, y'all. And what about her trying to blame it on that she was still grieving from the loss of her parents? Now I know, y'all, grieving is a process and there is no time frame on grieving, but it seems like every time if this is going to be a hard time, when the anniversary of your parents' death or whatever, why would you be out drinking? Or if you're going to drink, be home and drink. Get some friends to come and get you and take you out. Why you want to keep doing something, that may have some bad results or may, you know what I mean? Why would you keep doing that? And then she was saying too that she still hadn't gotten over uh Ray and them tax problems he had back in 2018. Now they done paid the taxes off, and I guess she was kind of angry that she had to use some of her money, I guess, to help get Ray out of, I guess out of hot water with the IRS. What you say? Yeah, she does keep saying that's the cause of, yeah, you can't keep blaming. At some point, yeah, you probably still hadn't gotten over the death of your parents, but two, you got to look at why you keep getting in the car driving. Yeah, I know what I'm saying. Why is she doing that? So what else happened? Yeah, she's blaming those DUIs on that unresolved grief, um, on the loss of her parents, and she also, like I said, blame Ray's tax problem. What y'all think about the new girl? What's her name? Okay, the girl that came from, I guess, QVC, Stacy, and the new boyfriend, is it TJ? Is that his name? And they I guess they're in a relationship, but I guess it's kind of like a platonic relationship, y'all, where they're not having relations. They're waiting till they get married. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But I think they've been together a year. Yeah. What you say? I like Stacy, but TJ, like, girl, K Shell. I was just getting ready to say it. I got it right here in my notes. Is it me or is he a little suspect? Yeah. He a little sassy, ain't he? How about they when they think about or they want to have sex, they go to the zoo. What? You going to the zoo? Is that where girl, that was crazy. You going to the zoo? You going to the zoo on your date with your girl that you like a lot. Where they do that at? You said they definitely suspect K. I know that's right, girl. That about took me out of here when he talk about they going to the zoo. Yeah, something ain't right. Something ain't clean in the milk with them two, honey. I think she really likes him, but I don't know if he that into her. What y'all think? Mm-mm. I definitely don't think he's that into her. I hate to say it. Like I said, ain't nothing wanting to wait, because of religious reasons, when y'all do to get together, I guess y'all want it to be special. But heck, at that age, listen, I'm all about celibacy, but he just, I don't know, something ain't right with him. Something is not right with him. Okay. And hold on. And what about the new girl, y'all? The new girl, Jazzy, and her boyfriend. That's the football player. That she can't get the timeline right on them children that he done had on her. And is it me or does he look a heck of a lot younger than she do? I mean, he looks like young. You said he waiting for Mr. Girl, K. He waiting on somebody. Ain't got nothing to do with religion. Who? That's what they saying that, it's according to their faith, the reason why they waiting. But yeah, I'm like you. Did you see him the other week when he was on Andy Cohen's show over there bartending with that shirt all open down to his belly button glistening? Girl, I don't know if he gonna stick around. He sound like he might already got somebody on the side. Cause she was like, "I'm sorry, I didn't get to see you before you left, but ain't they living together?" I don't know if they living together or not. Mm-hmm. Okay, this gonna be my last little thing. Cause I've been on here a good little minute. I'm gonna close out at 11:30. Girl, did y'all see Love and Marriage Huntsville? That was another hot mess. What you say? His fishnet shirt, girl, it was a mess, wasn't it? Okay, I honestly tell you, I had that in my notes. Is it me or do he seem a little suspect? A little, I, I don't know. But girl, what about the girl? The new girl. What is her name? Is her name Tisha? What is not? What is her name? Tisha. It ain't Tisha. Is it Tisha? The one that's got the husband and the boyfriend. They in a throuple. Honey, what is it with these women and these? I mean, they be in a relationship. They be married and got a side piece, and they all knowing about each other. Only on TV. Cause I can't see that happening in real life. Mm-mm. And then the girl on Love and Marriage Huntsville, she looked like she done got around too. They said that she finally acknowledged that um, she went over to Martell's and them house to train him. Y'all know Martell is a hoe. Okay, you said you ain't watched the cable. I ain't gonna tell you all that what happened on her then. Well, yeah, wait till you watch it, girl. And her and the husband and the new dude, I can't think of his name. The big dude, the dark skinned dude, the boyfriend. They sit down and have a talk with the husband, and the husband gives her the divorce papers. You say, go ahead, you don't care. Yeah, the husband, his name is Marquez or Marquez, Maques, Marquez. I don't know how he pronounced it, but yeah. And he was trying to tell her, talk to her, and tell her how that relationship. He said, "I know what I did was wrong, but he's like, I don't want no other man, raising my kids and my son calling some other man daddy. Then you done gave my son a car, and his little feelings was hurt, girl. She kept trying to cut him out from telling the truth. Like both of them being out here, girl. Wait till you see it. Wait till you see it. Mm-hmm. Both of them been out there doing dirt. And he sure was getting ready to tell it. But every time he was trying to talk about it, she kept trying to cut him off. Or she did keep cutting him off. Mm-hmm. She sure did. What's her name? Girl, she had like something wrong with her. That new girl, something. Yeah, I don't know where they got her from. I don't think she's gonna be there another season. After that. Yeah, and she's sneaky, yeah. Uh-huh. Wait till you see how she be talking to that husband. And he keep trying to say what's really going on and what happened in a relationship, girl. And she kept cutting him off. She surely did. But anyway, y'all, it's been real. Thank y'all for coming through. Y'all see my co-host. Let her know that I put out an APB on her. I appreciate each and everybody coming through to show me some love. It's been all good. Hey, I'm gonna keep doing these lives, whether we have 5 in here or whether we have 500. We're gonna do our lives, and y'all look at that book and tell me if y'all want to talk about it or not. I put it in the chat. It's called Lies Women Believe in the Truth That Sets Them Free. Lies. Let me put it in the chat again before we leave tonight. Well, I appreciate each and every one of y'all coming through, girl. When you watch it, Kay, we're gonna have to talk about it again. Hold on. lies. Women believe in the truth that sets them free. Yeah, that's the name of it. So everybody been asking for the Bible studies. I need to get back on what I said I came here to do, and we can continue to have our other little talks. Just talking about stuff like from TV, the internet, what's really going on. Trying to keep it light and keep it positive, y'all. I pray y'all have a blessed week this week. Um, you know, I pray everything going your way. I pray God answers your prayers. I pray He makes His face shine upon you, and I pray that He gives y'all peace. But I also pray that He blesses y'all abundantly, more than you could ever ask or think, or could even enter into your heart or your mind. I pray that God blesses y'all and keep y'all. Pray that He'll keep us in perfect peace. He'll keep us in good health. That we'll have wealth as well as health, because you know that health is wealth. That's part of it. And keep your mind at peace, and give you some joy in your heart. So y'all have a good night. Thank y'all for coming. Thank y'all for coming. I appreciate everybody that came through. And like I said, I'll probably be back live maybe tomorrow night and do a recap, because like I said, Money Boy was supposed to came through. What you say? Thanks for coming by. Oh yeah, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Yeah, please make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the like button or share it out if y'all feel like you want to. But anyway, have a good night, and I'll see y'all later. Good night.